Hello everyone. Marietta here, back with another video. This is a crazy day I've been having, y'all. Just a busy day. And I just felt so blessed to be able to finally be able to just unwind and just be able to relax and be able to talk to my peoples here on YouTube. So YouTube family, I am so blessed to be here. I thank God for each and every one of you that has joined the channel, all the new subscribers. I see you coming in. I thank God for you. But tonight I really wanted to talk about the Section 8 program. I want to talk about what is going on with the Section 8 program. I mean, I had a girlfriend who called me and she was telling me that Section 8 is not paying their portion of the tenant's rent. I don't understand what is going on. Why are these rents not being paid? They're paying their part, and I don't know if she's paid all of her part, but she's saying that told me that the Section 8 hasn't paid their part in a few months. I mean, I said, I don't know nothing about that. That sounds kind of strange to me. But then I got online and I started looking around and started investigating and doing some investigation. There are several people that are saying that Section 8 is not paying their part of the rent. Is this a cahoots, or is the landlords and Section 8 came in cahoots together? Is this some type of hoax to get people to get put out and put people out in the street? I mean, why would you be on Section 8, and what would cause Section 8 not to be able to pay their portion of the rent? So as I got to digging around and looking around, I did find a few reasons why Section 8 would not pay their portion of the rent. And one of the reasons why, when I made a few mental notes, and I found that, Section 8 rent payments to the landlords can be delayed due to administrative backlogs at the public housing authorities. And, when you got a lot of people that are signing up and, they could be behind. They could be just behind and the checks have not just gotten out yet. But if that's the case, I can't understand why it's not that Section 8 is not issuing a letter to the landlords so that the tenants will not have to be put out with their children. I mean, because if the Section 8 program is not paying and the landlords are trying to evict people, I think there should be a discussion that should be made to see why this situation is going on, And then I also found out that, sometimes people don't update their bank information. You got to keep your bank information updated when you know that you're getting direct deposits from Section 8, or that Section 8 needs to be able to have that information so that check can be there on time. And then sometime it could be the bank. Sometime it just has not showed up in your account as of yet. It could be there, but they may not have actually logged it in as of yet. So sometimes you might need to check with your bank and see exactly whether or not there's been a deposit been made for your rent. Updating that bank information is very important. Late tenant recertification. Now sometimes it could be you. Let's just call the thing a thing, because if you're one of them type of people that likes to procrastinate and not get things done, sometimes you could be the reason why you're the weapon that's formed against yourself, and you're holding up your own blessing because of the fact that you got so much going on that you have not paid attention to the fact that it is time for you to recertify. And then when you do that recertification, you got to do it in full, meaning you got to disclose a lot of things. And sometimes from my understanding and from what I have witnessed over the years, because I had lived in Section 8 too as well, and I remember a lot of times when we had to do recertification, a lot of times people didn't recertify on time if they know their house wasn't right, if they know they were riding dirty, just put it like that. Meaning if there was other people that was living there that wasn't supposed to be there, or if and so they didn't have their money, they was trying to hide from the situation. There are so many reasons why these things could happen, so many reasons why you could get caught up in a mess when you're dealing with Section 8 and you're dealing with public housing. And let's just call a thing a thing. You're playing with the church's money. These things can happen. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. The timing, mismatching funds, additional payments for new Section 8 tenancies can sometimes take longer to process. And that's another thing. When you're just joining the Section 8 program, it could take them a while to process your payment. But landlords, hear me very well. When you sign up for Section 8 and you agree to having that person be on Section 8, this is what you signed up for. This is what you signed up for. You're going to get some late payments. You're going to get some payments that maybe, but as long as that person is paying their part, and as long as Section 8 has agreed that that payment is coming, Sometimes you may just have to wait for it when you're dealing with agencies such as Section 8 and you're dealing with funding that has to come from different places. So you got to understand that as well. And then to put children out of their home, out of where they have been warmed and they've been tucked in, and now you got to go in and explain to little Johnny why he got to leave his bedroom, or why his house has to be empty, or why he can't stay in his house because of a Section 8 payment that has not been paid because somebody's not did their part. That's a terrible thing. And it's a hard thing to do when you ain't got nowhere to go and you ain't got no people in the area where you live at. And I know things vary from state to state, and I understand that landlords got rules and regulations that they got to follow too as well. Even if the Section 8 has not paid their part, landlords can still evict you. Y'all got to understand this. Landlords still can evict you, but they still got to go through the proper protocol for whatever that state requires. They still got to go through the channels. It's not like they can just show up on your doorstep and throw your stuff out on the street. But some people are saying that this is exactly what's happening. Now, I don't know how this thing really works. If y'all know, throw it in the comments. Can landlords put you out even if Section 8 has not paid their portion of the rent? If Section 8 has not paid their portion of the rent, but yet they have put people in these places and they are supposed to pay that landlord their portion. If I pay my portion, do you mean to tell me you can come and put me out because they have not paid their portion? When I paid my portion, I knew I could not afford to pay you $1,500 when I moved in it, but I'm supposed to pay $500. And if I'm supposed to pay $500 and I pay my $500, you mean to tell me that now I can be evicted because of the fact that you don't want to wait for Section 8 to come through with their part to pay? So that means me and my children now have to be put out on the street. Y'all tap in and let the ladies know exactly what's going on. I know there's a lot of landlords out there. I know there's a lot of people that are on Section 8 out there. I know there's a lot of people that actually work for Section 8 out there. So if y'all out there, we need more videos like this for people to be able to recognize that these things are happening, that people are actually getting put out, and some of them not getting put out because of faults of their own. They're getting put out because of the fact that there's Section 8 has not paid their part, and the landlords are getting antsy and they don't want to wait for their part. They feel like if they're 1, 2, 3 months behind, it's time for you to go. It's time for them to set your stuff out on the curb. It's time for you to be evicted. It's time for you to find somewhere else to be. Because I understand it. Why too? And somewhat, because I know the landlords have bills too. I know they got responsibilities too. They got families too. And some of them are renting these places. And as they rent these places, these are their source of incomes, because a lot of them, most of the time, when I know people that have 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 units, this is their source of income. So now you are taking away from them and their family. And some of them still have mortgages on these same places, and they rent them out so that they can have a life. And if you're sitting in one of their places and that place is not generating any income, that can cause them to end up having financial difficulties of their own for their family. So you got to understand the position it also puts the landlords in. And I understand as a tenant, you're looking at the fact, but I paid my part and Section 8 should have paid their part, this, that, and other thing. And then it becomes a three-cord strand of stress, because you got you as the tenant that really feels you've done what you're supposed to do because you paid your part. And then Section 8 comes through and said they can't pay their part right now. There's different agencies involved. We waiting for funding to come in. We're waiting for recertification paperwork. All kinds of stuff could play a part in that. But yet the landlord may not want to wait that long. 3 and 4 months of being behind can cause him to fall into difficulty, especially if this is money that maybe at this point, what if he can't get it? What if he can't recoup it? What if he don't not get it? You got to look at his point of view too as well. Even though you as a tenant, you're the one that moved into place, you're the one that can pay your part, you agreed and you assigned these paperwork, and so now it's just a bad situation, I believe, for everybody involved. Why? Because it's a bad situation for the fact that Section 8 agreed to pay this part, but yet and still now they're waiting for whatever reason they're not paying their part, or why their part hasn't showed up yet. And because of that, now you're getting an eviction notice because you couldn't afford to pay the full amount when you moved in it. So therefore, it's just a mess. It becomes a mess. So let's talk about the Section 8 program and how things are being handled and how people are getting put out. So many people are saying they're losing their places right now because of lack of funding, and that because of the fact that now so many people that are losing their regular apartments that are not on Section 8 cannot run to the Section 8 listing to sign up, because the Section 8 listing, from my understanding, has been frozen in different cities, in different states. It has been frozen. You can't just run and sign up for Section 8 now because there's no funding for it. So this is causing a big problem across the globe, and people are constantly saying they're getting put out. People are constantly saying that Section 8 not paying their part. People are saying that the landlords are being not being reasonable. They're not holding out and waiting for Section 8 to come up with their part of the money. Then and so you're getting put out of your regular apartment. You cannot run to the Section 8 listing to sign up because they're freezing the sign up part of that. So I mean, it's just a big mess all over the place, and so many kids are going to end up outdoors if this continue like this. So many parents are going to end up not knowing which way to go. This is why I say it's better for you to connect with somebody. You need to find somebody, like-minded people, somebody that you can connect with, that maybe you can live with, that maybe you can team up with, so that y'all can work together. But you cannot be one of them type of people that leave bills behind and don't pay your bills, or try to use the system as a roadmap for you to get to where you want to be, but stay inside the system to do it. You can use it as a roadmap to get to the next destination, but you need to use Section 8 for what Section 8 was designed for you to help you out while you're going through hard times, not for it to be a lifelong lifeboat for you to float on while you just continue to live your life any kind of way, or for you to blow your money and do what you need to do. It's supposed to be a strand of help for you to help you while you're going through your hard times. But right now, our situation is that there's so many are saying that Section 8 is not paying their part of the rent. Why? Why is Section 8 not coming through with their part of rent? What is going on with the funding? Why is the funding not being paid? Why are the landlords not getting their part of the money from Section 8? And can the landlords put you out on the side of the road? Can they put your stuff out even if Section 8 has not paid their part? These are the questions that people are asking me, and I'm not a landlord, but I am one that will speak up. I will speak about it. I will put it out there, and let's have a conversation about it. If you know somebody who is on Section 8, who has been down this road where they have gotten put out because of the fact they paid their part, but Section 8 did not pay their part, chime in. Let us know exactly how that worked out for you. What did you have to go through? How did that feel? I mean, it can't feel good to know that you got to end up on the street with you and your kids, but what I'm saying is, how did you get through that time? How did you get through those hard hurdles of going through that and then realizing that the rent had not been paid and the Section 8 had not paid their part? And for whatever reason, the landlord did not want to wait for that, and they could not wait. It was taking too long, so they decided to take it to court, and then you got evicted. And so now the landlord's place was returned back to them, and I hear so many of them saying they don't want to rent the Section 8 for this very same reason, because either the tenant's not paying or Section 8 is not paying. And right now, it seemed like to me, I heard that the listing had been frozen so that nobody can sign up right now for Section 8 if they need Section 8. So what does this look like going forward? Y'all chime in. Let's get a conversation going. I love y'all, and I just want to throw everything I can out there. If they come to me with it, I'm going to have to let you get it. So with that being said, I love y'all. I thank you for listening. And so you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get the 10K over here. We need your subscription to get there. And if so you have not turned your notification bell on, please turn your notification bell on. And if you stayed here this long and you do not have a comment, just type #Section 8. Amen.